Welcome to another edition of Talk City Greensboro, produced by Cheat DN, featuring interviews and events happening around town. It's an easy way to stay in the know while you're on the go. Subscribe to Talk City on Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play, or SoundCloud so you can keep up with what's going on in Greensboro City government. I'm filling in for host Josh Johnson. My name is Devin Smith, and alongside me is Josh's full-time replacement at this point, Mr. Carlos Castellanos.
How you doing? I guess I'm filling in for you.
Yes.
All right. What's up, Greensboro? Due to the pandemic, the Guilford County school system has shifted the way we approach learning this year. Not only has it affected the students, but it also affected parents of this community. Luckily, the importance of parents in education has been the focus of the Guilford Parent Academy for almost a decade. Our guest is the director of GPA, Miss Kim Funderburk. Welcome.
Hello, and thank you.
Sure.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Could you explain to us what Guilford Parent Academy is and the organization's mission?
So Guilford Parent Academy is a free year-round parent engagement and support program of Guilford County Schools. We know our parents are our partners in their child's education. And so aligned with the mission of Guilford County Schools, GPA works to bridge the gaps for student success through family and community engagement. We really do want to see our parents thrive, and not only by supporting them in their child's academic journey, but we have several focus areas that we do that, including adult education, home ownership, entrepreneurship, and so much more. Our target audience for our support is our Title I parents and families, and there are always opportunities for us to collaborate with schools that are not Title I. For the 2020-2021 academic school year, GCS has 81 Title I schools, and so that's 81 schools out of a total of 127 schools. So as we go about our work, we think about our vision, which is to empower our parents and families to cultivate a better quality of life. So that's basically our mission and our goals for Guilford Parent Academy.
And would you just briefly, really quickly tell everyone what a Title I school is in case they don't know?
So a Title I school is a federally funded school, and they have to go through a certain process to receive additional dollars. Mm-hmm. And GPA is funded through those Title I federal dollars with 1% allocated to our work.
Okay, absolutely. So you talked about the goal being to reach out to families by empowering parents and getting them involved in the education. So what type of resources do you offer to families and parents to accomplish that? So
we offer several resources for our parents and families. One of those resources is our Brain Fuse Help Now and Job Now. So it is an online platform for our students and parents to really get engaged. Brain Fuse Help Now is an online tutor that our students can access 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They can get assistance in all kinds of subjects from pre-K through grade 12. Mm-hmm. They also have the opportunity to practice on SAT questions, PSAT questions, as well as a writing lab to help them with papers or just documents that they need to write. With Brain Fuse Job Now, we focus more on our parents and our caregivers by providing them resources in job search, in resume writing, and there's also some citizenship test questions that they can practice as well. So that's just one way that we provide digital resources to our students and our parents. We have several other ways that parents can receive resources through our GPA newsletter, where we highlight different resources that are free to families. We also have our website that we update regularly with resources, current news about Guilford Parent Academy, news about the district, and ways that they can get involved. Recently, we have relaunched our GPA YouTube channel, where we feature about 60 informational and tutorial videos for families and parents to watch and learn how to do some of the things that they may not know how to do. For example, we have videos there that talk about Canvas, that talk about STEM activities, They can access the parent portal and learn how to maneuver in that system that we use in the school district, and so much more. One of the videos that we have just uploaded to our YouTube channel is our live Canvas help for parents. If you don't know, Canvas is our online portal that our district uses for instruction and curriculum. And while we know it's a new platform for our parents, Guilford Parent Academy offers live help for parents on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we've partnered with GCS Blended Learning to provide awesome teachers that are on call, standby, online 5 to 7 p.m. every Tuesday and Thursday to help our parents with Canvas. And then other than that, we also have a referral program. We work with our partners within the county to develop a system where if a parent contacts us with a certain need, if we don't have that answer, we can direct them to a community partner who has expertise and experience in that area. So this is just some of the ways that GPA helps our families in obtaining resources.
And this is for all the schools that are county regulated schools. So any public schools, does that include like charter schools and different academies that are up under the Guilford County umbrella?
This includes all of our Guilford County schools. This includes Guilford County, which we know is a large county. Mm-hmm. It includes the municipalities and our townships. And when we think about it, it's 664 square miles. So that's a lot of area to cover, right? Mm-hmm. But these services and resources are available to all of those families within the Guilford County.
Okay. Absolutely.
What is the Family Engagement Network and what's the goal?
So the Family Engagement Network is a new initiative for Guilford Parent Academy. It has not been done before, but what we realize is that we must have the voice of our parents, and with having that voice, we can connect the community so that they can help us in providing the relevant resources that our families need right now. When you think about the times that we're living in now, it's different from when it was a year ago at this same time.
Absolutely.
And so we really need the voice of our parents to tell us, what do you really need? What can GPA do to help you fulfill those needs? And so in thinking about that, we have developed the GPA Family Engagement Network, which is comprised of 5 committees. And so we have the Parent Voice Committee, we have the Community or Stakeholder Committee, we have a Fundraiser and Sponsorships Committee, we have our GCS Allies Committee, and then we have GPA Volunteers. And so just as those names suggest, that's what assistance we will get from this network.
Absolutely. So could you give us maybe some of the things that have come out of creating this network? And so when was the whole idea birthed and actually put into action?
So I think we began starting to think about this is back in March. Mm-hmm. When the district solely went remote and we were working from home. And so the engagement piece began to dwindle, where we engage with parents and families face to face. We could no longer do that. We mm-hmm. had to start to think about how we would do things virtually. And so we thought about some of the things that we already offered, some of the resource that we offered, some of the workshops that we've offered. And we just knew that we've got to make a difference. We've got to change some things up. And so as we thought about that for a couple of months and talked to a few parents, we felt like it was a need to bring something to the table where we could embrace the community connection. And so that's kind of where this thing just really started. We launched it early in October with a launch meeting. We brought all those parents together who signed up to be a part. We brought all those community representatives, including faith-based representatives, to the table through a virtual meeting. And we went through some of the framework that we devised for the network. We also talked about some of the goals of those committees, and we stated how important this work is. It's definitely missionary work. It's non-paid. It's based on your love for volunteerism, your love for Guilford County Schools, and definitely your love for families. And so we've had that launch meeting, and so now we're in the process of assigning co-chairs and chairs for these committees who will take on this role and create directives and just galvanizing the parents and communities to be engaged with us.
That sounds really, really good. This time has definitely innovated some new ideas, and even though we all hope to somewhat get to some type of normalcy, these ideas, I think, will help us even when we get back to the face-to-face. So November is National Family Engagement Month, right? So how will GPA honor this, since that kind of encompasses your mission, right? To really engage the family and the parents and get everyone involved. So how can people get involved in any of the events that you may be having, or what are you doing as an organization to really honor this?
GPA Fam Love. So when you think about families, what comes to mind? Love comes to mind. Kindness comes to mind. Hugging comes to mind. Dinner comes to mind. All these things that you do within the family. And so GPA has created a calendar full of activities that families can do together. There's karaoke, there's cooking together, there's, game night. GPA will do some virtual events during the month of November. But the idea is that families are essential. Families are important. And in order for our families to thrive together, we want them to have time together. And so this calendar is posted on our website that you can find from the Guilford County Schools website. And we also plan to share this calendar later on today on our social media pages.
Okay. Well, in general, how can the community get involved at GPA, whether parents, supporters, or partners? And what's the website?
Okay, so our parents and community can get involved with us in a number of ways. One of the things I've already talked about is that family engagement network piece, where they can come to our site and click on a button to join. There's a short form there that just lets us know who you are and what your affiliation may be, because the idea is that members of this network support Guilford County Schools. And so they can get involved that way. They can also sign up to receive our newsletter that comes out weekly, sometimes bi-weekly. It depends on what resources we have to share, what news we have to share. They can also get engaged with us by becoming a partner. GPA is always looking for members of the community to partner with us, whether in-kind donations or financial contributions to help sustain the work. I think for the most part, we want to make sure that our parents, caregivers, and community stay connected. And they can do that by visiting us on social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram at GCS Parent Acad. You can also find us again on YouTube, as well as the district's website, which would be www.gcsnc.com. You'll find our icon at the bottom of the web banner, and you can click there and find out all about us and how to stay engaged.
Okay.
Absolutely. Well, so this work, you clearly have to have a love for bringing families together. So what drew you to this position to head up this organization that is really trying to bring the education of our children in this county full circle? So it's not just like, oh, well, you're sending your kids off to school and their teachers are the one that teach them, but it's the parents, it's the community. It really takes on that idea that it takes a village. So what drew you to that, to really want to connect with this position?
That's a great question. So 7 years ago, I started with Guilford County Schools in our Partnerships and Volunteers department. And from there, the work that I had did in that role allowed me to advance to director of GPA last year, May of 2019. So I've just celebrated 1 year anniversary a couple of months ago. But
wow.
yeah, it really does. It seems like it's been a long time, but I tell you, it just makes you think about your own personal experience. You know, as a parent myself, I knew when my daughter was born and she went through daycare that, okay, now she's got to go to school. So how do I get engaged? How do I be involved? I had to build relationships with her teachers. I had to know the principal. I had to be a part of the PTA. I had to really immerse myself in the school so that I'm comfortable where my daughter attended. One of the things that I often tell my team is that we can't do this work if we can't include parents. And so that's one of the things that's a key driver for all of this work, is to hear the voice of the parents, to understand their perspective. We know with our students, we have more than 70-some thousand students in the district, that each family is unique. Each family is different. Their backgrounds are different. So my love for that is my own experience. Where I may have had an advantage at some point, there may be a family that doesn't have that advantage. And so this work is really important to me because I want to be able to share the resources that are out there, and they're free. There's no cost, there's no out-of-pocket expenses. And so that's really a key driver for me, is that personal experience and being able to help someone else.
Well, Kim, thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you for that very informative, information on the Guilford Parent Academy.
Yeah, thank you.
One thing I want to leave you guys with is that Guilford Parent Academy is not a separate entity. So a lot of times we get the question, are you a part of Guilford County Schools, or are you a separate agency? Are you a part of the health department? You know, we get a lot of those types of questions. And so I really want the community to know that we are a department of Guilford County Schools. And so it should be a link. Once you say Guilford County Schools, you should say Guilford Parent Academy. So that's one thing I want to leave you guys with.
All right.
Absolutely.
Great. All right. Well, stay tuned in weekly by subscribing to Talk City Greensboro on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play. And don't forget, you can download Talk City from SoundCloud.
That's it for this week. Thank you for tuning in to Talk City. Be sure to watch GTN, your official source for news and information about the city of Greensboro. GTN is available on Spectrum Channel 13,
AT&T Uverse Channel 99,
and North State Channel 31.
GTN also streams live on Roku and the city's website at greensboro-nc.gov.
Have a good one.